Problems of the world today, problems of the world today, problems of the world today, problems of the world today. Problems of the world today, problems of the world today, problems of the world today, problems of the world today. Problems of the world today, problems of the world today, problems of the world today, problems of the world today.
Give a little presentation about out and the safety net, how to master the safety net.
That's how we do it.
Problems of the world today, problems of the world today.
I noticed on the video, I don't like to be in the video. Spit in traps is what I drew the out, and I was telling you that this is the world. This is technically the world, and I didn't mention that. And I was saying that you got negative, you got seven deadly sins is your negatives. This in here. Then you got 9 positive, the fruit of the spirit in the world. You carry this like you were born with this. 16. When you go into the out is you're actually in out because you come out of the womb. Come out of the womb into a womb. Here's where you get your 7 from. This is where you get your positive. You being created is the most wonderful thing in the world. There's nothing greater than your creation. It says we were born into 7 deadly sins. This is first nature, 9 fruit of the spirit. Okay, this is second nature. Cannot change this. And then you come out into a small world, but then like you got parents come through this process. You got grandparents that's come through this process. Their parents come through this process. Negative is attached here. As soon as you pop out, you're in a hospital. Negative environment. At some point, women used to have children by themselves at home. No way that they would be into this. So if they done it at home, you got a positive environment, which I'm going to call heaven. The womb is heaven. Born into sin. There's no more heaven. You come from first nature. This is heaven into hell. This is your surrounding. This is where school takes place. Okay. And it's like your indoc's going to take place here. Your mom and your parents should be your first teachers. I've done something about teaching earlier. I don't consider myself a teacher or any of the flex doctors. We're not your parents. We're coordinators. What we're going to do is coordinate you through this. My point of this is to show you how out. Let's say you've started working out again. You haven't worked out, doesn't really matter. The last 6 months, 3 months, whatever you fancy. Okay, now you come through, you age. And age is time. That's all it is. Age, time. You got to go to grade school, middle school, high school, college. Now all this time, you've got a program that's running. I'm sure you've heard of Santa Claus, Easter Bunny. Middle school, you're developing, you're growing through this time. say grade school, middle school, you were in sports. This is going to activate the physical, your physical growth. It's going to stimulate that. If you have trouble, keep your hormones and stuff, try to keep a balance going there. You've got this aware of these factors that you're aging. This program correlates with that process. You got a program that's correlated with that process as you continue to age. Okay, so you was in sports at, let's say, middle school. You started playing football, basketball, track, baseball. You were active. Okay, this is going to correlate with your growth process. It's going to give you an outlet, so to speak. The whole time, this is your homeo. Everybody has one. I don't know why my E wants to go that way. Everybody has a homeostasis. Okay, this is your protector. Okay, you're developing it here. It's been with you since you got here, before you got here actually. This is what we consider your Holy Spirit, your protector. Okay, it reads about it. You can read about it in the book. Okay, middle school, you start becoming aware. You know, like your puberty is like, hey, I'm somebody. I've got zits. You know, I want to look like this. Your appearance, fragile at this point. People can say stuff and it like really hurt your feelings because you're in a state of confusion growing. You've usually got this together in high school. You're sharpening it and it's like you're trying to be attractive, you're trying to gain friends. You're developing in this homeostasis. It's been with you for life. That's what your homeo keeps you safe. But you build some kind of, you start noticing your body and start working out, flexing and going on and getting your body in shape and on that aspect. But it's also possible that you're in the band. You're not really concerned with the body, but it's like you've found an instrument that keeps your interest. Okay, homeostasis is still involved, no big deal. So if you go to college, you participate in sports, your shape changes because your homeo is protecting you. You kind of lose shape along the lines. We have fads and trends that come through that spark your interest and you trying to get back into shape. Okay, this is where let's go now. There's a market out there for people that want to get into shape. A huge market. Okay, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but it's a huge market. Health, wellness, fitness. You want to try to get back in there. Your homeostasis has protected you all your life. Went with you when you went through your identity situation, working out and everything. It's your safety net. Keeps you safe. That's all it does. Keeps you balanced, adjusted, aligned. Anything you've done here physically has ceased. If you took ballet, your flexibility, your range of motion, everything was at its peak here. While you were in school, it's just growing and developing. Output. You know, we were frisky, aggressive, rambunctious, all of that. It's a hormonal thing. It's more of a mental thing in the process because we downplay the physical. Put them in a sport, ride your bicycle, get a skateboard. That physical is downplayed. In developing, they become off balance. Going through school, it's like you start trying to get into shape because the girls like that or the males like that, whatever the case is. Your homeostasis is clocking all of this. It has all this information and it keeps it. It's going to always keep it. Doesn't let go of it. So you come out of school, your homeo is still your homeo. It's going to always be your homeo. It knows everything you know, probably a little bit more than you know. It keeps records, everything. Okay, you come out of school, you're not so interested in the body work. The shape falls off. You're not interested in it. Trying to get a job, trying to eat, doing your thing. You ain't really got time to think about that. So it goes mental. You're more mental. And it's like once you come out and situated and get that, you're gonna think about the body again. Okay, we got this health, wellness, and fitness market out here. These are sharks. You can consider us sharks also, if you'd like. We're gonna include ourselves in this, so that we're not being judgmental. Anything health, wellness, and fitness is a positive in our book. We don't care what it is. If it hits this trinity, it's positive. Now, to what extent or percentage that is positive, we don't have any control of that. We're 100% MentFlex, 100% positive. There's no negative in either three of the trinities. We don't mean any negative. We don't mean. So you come out, you get in this health, wellness, fitness market. This is basically, the market is basically set up that. Okay, that's going to drop its percentage to us. Let's say, as opposed to you, 50-50, it doesn't matter. if it can get its 50 from you, you're on your own here in the market, okay? You're out of school, you're trying to get a place in the industry to work. You gotta think about your body, but it's something that you enjoy back in the day. It's like once you get settled, you start doing this again. Your homeo hasn't forgot anything, but it will allow. If you don't use it, you lose it. It doesn't lose it, but it's going to adjust you physically as well as mentally to what activity you're taking place now. Okay, you got your job, you ready to get back into shape, you know, trying to get that mind-body thing situated. The homeo, again, is your protector. Okay, it's a safety system, onboard safety system. You cannot do anything about it. It's what makes you a human here. Onboard safety systems, it got all the data, all the information. Now, it's only allowed you to have what you needed, physically as well as mentally, in a protected mode. So you go out into the health, wellness, and fitness, into the market, where it's 50% for you, 50% for money. You're out of shape. Okay, your body's changed, and you're headed to the market. You're headed out. Okay, now everything that you've gained here, positive, physical, you know what you want to look like. You know, the socials got you wanting six-pack. You know, wanting a bigger bottom, whatever the case is, bigger arms, cut arms. Oh, the girls really love that. The guys really love that. Okay, so it's like you got this social drag that's pulling you into getting back into shape. Now this, regardless of how much time was taken here, since you've done it in high school, grade school, whatever the case, does not matter. Your homeostasis is going to be balanced presently. It's presently balanced. Now it doesn't have you set for what you done back then, but it's like that information is there. It's always going to be there. So you jump out here, you start taking this class, that class, you join it, get a membership, blah, blah, blah. And the market is waiting on you. That's the reason why I call them sharks. Because you jump out here, and if you don't really know what you're doing, and apparently this is the case, in exactly 3 months, I don't know why, 3, you're going to finish, you're going to be done. Because this information that you got in school is on board. This information is new. You're going to get back into shape. It takes you 3 months for you to adjust this safety system within yourself. It's going to take you 90 days for this to come to its balance now, but your inactivity is going to clash with this activity that you're wanting to venture off into. It's going to be a kumite. It's a fight. Now this homeo is your friend. That's why it's a homeo, because it's never going to be against you. Now you can be against it, but it is never against you. It never has been. It never will be. This is going to set up a fight. Here you got the data that you've accumulated over the years. It's like you're going out here, the memberships for a year. In 3 months, you're going to be finished. You're going to be in a fight with yourself, going, man, I just got this membership, competing with money. Oh, I'm spending so-and-so a month on this membership. I'm not even going. I only go like 2-3 times a month. Like $75 a month coming out of my paycheck. It ain't chicken if you got it. What MentFlex does is it comes in and resets the safety system. And it basically brings this, because it's balanced now, up to par. You're about to go in and start lifting 1,000 pounds of weight. The body's going to protect you from that. You probably can do it the whole time the safety system is engaged. It's going to be engaged for your safety because it's new. Everything's new to it. You wasn't doing that last week. You wasn't doing that a year ago, however long it's been. Data is in there. Who's ever took off some time and then went back in and done the same amount of weight? You kind of, what they call it, depreciate. Your strength depreciates. So if you don't use it, you lose it. So 3 months is what it takes. We call it the rubber band effect. 3 months, you're gonna go out, that safety system must be reset to go forward. It should be. It's like a pre-game. That's why we're gonna save you some money, because if you can't go through this free, if you're unable to go through, and it takes about 3 months for you to reset totally, because you're gonna have to learn what's going on with time, rhythm, and schedule. 3 months, a month apart, a piece. It's like once you get to this, you'll be ready to go out. Before you do, and it's like what this is going to do is going to determine, this is an end process, positive power play, positive. This is you before you go decide to make this decision. Okay, just spend that 3 months to prepare yourself. It's like a pre-game warm-up. Do you want to spend 65, 35, 20 bucks a month and only go twice, once, but you're spending out the money and ain't tricking if you got it now? It's like, we're not knocking on these. We actually think it's a positive thing, but it's like, here you are, you have to make a decision whether you want to go through that process for nothing. We ain't telling you what to do. It's like, why not go through that kumite, that 3-month kumite, get adjusted, aligned, balanced, and reset everything before you go. Make it a positive 3 months, because you're going to have the kumite anyway. Even with MentFlex, you're going to have this kumite, and all this kumite is say it's between your hemispheres, 2 different personalities deciding they want to go get into shape, it want to look good, it may want to get them guns back. But then like you got your other side, it's your yin and yang that doesn't really ain't him. My kumite is a fight that you can reset it for free. Get these together before you decide to go out. This is what the market targets, because it's only going to be 3 months, and you got a $1,500 stationary bike, or you got a mirror that used to talk to you. You're going to blame it on them, and it's going to be a big fight, because nobody wants to accept the accountability and responsibility. You're out $1,700. You didn't get anything. You know, it's a very expensive three months. What MentFlex does is shows you how to do this for free on your own and reset yourself. Because if without this reset, you go into a gym, you go into a yoga class, you go into like anything that's going to change those numbers, range of motion, your alignment, your balance, it becomes negative, because that safety system is engaged the whole time. 2 months, 3 months, say you go a year, you've been doing it. Okay, now you can break through this. You can break through this in yoga. You're going to be able to go through it, because it's basically the same thing. It may take you a little bit longer to be able to do the crouching tiger or whatever. It may take you a little bit longer, because that safety system is going to be engaged the whole time. It's like, here you are, you're going through the classes and you're making progress, but that safety system is engaged. And this process is a little bit slower than MentFlex. It's going to take you 6-7 months. It's like you're making progress every day if you keep going. And it's like you're paying somebody, being pretty disciplined about it. It's a real slow process depending on your safety system. If this is engaged, nothing gets in, or it gets in at a very, very small amount if it's engaged. Because this is protecting you. Ain't nothing you can really do about it. It's going to protect you. Either way, you go to the gym, you bench your 225 now, you started out, you could barely get 100 up, you're making that progress, and I'm 225 now, it's been 2 months, and you're gaining that strength, your safety system's still engaged. Say you take off a week, you're not doing 225 now, because that safety system is trying to get rid of this. It looks at it as a negative. All that strength that you've gained, you're gonna lose it in a very, very short time, because the safety system is dumping it. Oh, you don't need this because you got this positive that's built up back here. And it's like you keep bringing this negative to it, and it's like it's shielding you from it. The whole time you're out here trying to improve, it's not a negative thing. Your gains. This is what we do it for. Gains, goals, and benefits. You're not gonna go through all this pain, sweat, and yes, even. You're not gonna do that for nothing. I'm saying that there's no sense in doing it and losing, let's say 50% of what you gained in 3 months. You're gonna lose 50% because this system is engaged and it's gonna repel it, because it's fighting you, and there's nothing you can really do about it except reset this. Change your gains to 90, at least 90%. Because you don't have this fight going on anymore. The reset, and it gets you prepped. This is going to protect you. Your homeostasis is going to protect you. Ain't nothing you can do about that. Not a negative situation. percentage of efficacy is real low. Any health, wellness, and fitness is positive, but it's like if it's gonna be a positive, let's get through this. You're gonna have to go through this anyway. You're gonna have to go through a kumite, whether you go out here and spend money. When you make that decision, and it's like that decision that you're attempting to make is signs of a kumite. You're debating, you're making up excuses, you're negotiating. Like that's a kumite. You're already going through it. Even get back into shape. It's like if that's the decision, your health is going to benefit you 100%. Especially if you're going into that. You're gonna need your health, and it's like we're in an epidemic now. Okay, your health is extremely important to us. It's like that homeostasis is taking a beating. Regardless of if you're trying to get in shape or not, your homeostasis keeps you protected. What we're trying to do is get you to strengthen that. The only way you can strengthen it, the best way to strengthen it, is to have a relationship with it. Because it's going to protect. That's what it does. And it's very, very, very good at it. Kumite, which means fight if you're unaware. It's happening now. You're in a kumite right now. It's like, oh, I'm not going to get into shape. That's the prerogative. You're in that kumite right now. What you need is to increase this so that it helps you, benefits you, has a higher percentage of efficacy when you go out. This has to be increased. Because this, when you go here, it's out of your own private domain. Sometimes even in there, the enemy of my enemy. You got friends here? Say you don't. Oh, come on in. You can buy 5 entrees for $10. All these sales, all these enemy of your enemy is my friend. And like we're all running around because the kumite is between your hemispheres. We just say sever it. You go in here being your friend instead of your enemy. You're gonna make a whole lot better decisions. You're a higher percentage of efficacy when you step out and try to get yourself into shape. And as I say, it's free. Once you learn how to do the flex, which is free, we want you to learn how to do the flex. We coordinate you through time, rhythm, and schedule. How to put it on the schedule so that it's working congruently with what else you got on. It's like you're gonna take this positive into. You can say this if you like, or out's just a negative for us. Because we're the positive. We go positively into the out. You look at it however you want to, because this really has no benefit for me, but it's beneficial to me. It's just what I'm doing out here. This is going to, let's show it on one video. It's gonna, if you haven't been doing anything, it's trying to get in. It's in. It's keeping it. You're being protected now. What I do is grow this. You can say if you get sick because you've been out and end up getting a cold, like I say, you got the epidemic out there now. Once you build this within and shield yourself from it, pushing this back, repelling it actually. You don't have any negative. Some of your thoughts maybe, but you got a high percentage of positive going on because you're growing it. You step out there and the negative can feel you because you're pushing it force, because your protective system is on, it's regulated and adjusted. And this is going to correlate with the presentation we're doing now. What's it called? It's about preventive maintenance. And it's going to get you to see where we're coming from in a materialistic way. It's been the Flex Doctor. Till next time. Peace and love.